By virtue of the powers vested in me as Acting Vice Chancellor, I constitute this gathering, a congregation of the University of South Africa. Please remain standing as we proceed. Ladies and gentlemen, I shall request you to join us as a university in silent prayer or meditation to give thanks for the achievements that are being celebrated on this occasion. Thank you. You may be seated. Good evening. Hello, Sanbonan, good evening. I'm happy you can see me. Some podiums are very, very threatening. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Professor Motsamatikane. I will be presiding over this occasion. I wish to welcome you all to this very, very wonderful occasion of our graduates tonight. I'm addressing myself specifically to you who are donned in beautiful garb of the graduation. You and your family have come far, some very near, to participate in this august occasion. These distances that you have traveled symbolize the varied journeys that each one of you has taken to arrive here. You will, in a matter of minutes, transition from being graduandi to being full graduates, with the right to state your qualifications behind your names. Ladies and gentlemen, we gather here today to confer upon you qualifications from the oldest university in the land. You shall recall that we have just turned 149 years. Just a few days ago, on the 26th of June, because you remember that this university was established on the 26th of June, 1873, in the Good of Hope. What do we call it? The Cape of Good Hope. This should give us all the confidence that we have that our qualifications, our university, are all solid rock institutions. The background against which these graduations are taking place, ladies and gentlemen, is very important for us to reflect upon. As you know, our country is going through one of the most adverse energy challenges since 2007, when we first experienced the first load shedding. That given, we also know that there are certain bright sparks in the life of our country. For example, Statistics South Africa just reported a slight improvement in the unemployment numbers for Q1 of 2022. We heard that we moved slightly from 35.3% at the end of 2021 to 34.5% at the end of March this year. While we may celebrate these numbers, as a university, we believe that an 8 to 9 job should not really typify your identity. We believe that you need to try and create a livelihood, gainful livelihood. We believe that you have enough skills to turn around the culture of colonialism that says you must work from age 21 to age 60 or 65, and then retire and sit somewhere for 30 years until you die. We believe that that should not be what you are. You're a complete human being, you're viable, you can make a living. Ladies and gentlemen, we celebrate the skills that have been given by the university, but not only by the university, but by yourselves. The hard work that you have done, the creativity energies that you put in your work, and the desire to liberate yourself as a human being, the desire to see yourself achieving these great heights. We are very, very excited about that. And as a university, we are truly very, very proud of you. University learning is not only about acquiring skills, it is also about remembering that you belong somewhere. You are a human being who is linked to a community. You have a mother, you have a sister, you have ubaba omncane, you have umkhulu, you have everybody around you who have worked so hard in bringing up the person that you are today, in instilling the spirit of Ubuntu Butu. And therefore, as a university, we celebrate you as a whole human being who knows that this is not only about you, but about everybody else around you. It is our hope, therefore, that through your studies, you have actually inculcated these relationships. You shall not go as a lone star, but you shall remain grounded in the community where you come from. The community is bigger than your village. The community is bigger than Ikasi, where you come from. The community is the Republic of South Africa in its vastness. The community is the region of SADC. The community is the continent of Africa. The community is the world. So fly. We are very proud of you. As I move back to my seat, it is my honor to ask one of my colleagues, Professor Makwe, to present the Chancellor's address as I sit down. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening. Good evening. Sanibonani. Dumelang. You don't say Dumelang in this part of the world. Dumelang is our Pretoria thing. Acting Vice Chancellor, the Vice Principal of Teaching and Learning and Community Engagement, Professor Motsa, thank you for this opportunity. And our hosts in Cape Town, I must acknowledge our hosts in Cape Town for the wonderful work that they have been doing. Executive deans, parents, sisters, brothers, friends, uncles and aunts, husbands, wives, children, everybody that I've mentioned here. It's good to be here. It's a wonderful day today as we celebrate the Day of Achievements. Achievements need to be celebrated. In the world where achievement comes in small doses, it's very critical that we celebrate achievement. So let's put on our dancing shoes, ululate if we have to, shout out praises if you have to, sing out loud. After all, it's a great day, and it is your day. It therefore gives me great pleasure to present the Chancellor's address to our new graduates. Some of you will be taking this first step in walking across the threshold. Some of you are coming back for the third, for the fourth time, and that's why some of you are all here. This is one super proud moment for any mother and parent where you get that deep, deep satisfaction that you did good. When you see your child walk across this threshold, you have that deep satisfaction and feeling that, gosh, I've done very well. So give yourself an applause because you've done very, very well. We all know too well that the journey has not been easy, and you were there for the tears, you were there for the joys, you were also there when they were insulting some of us for giving them a bad mark. You were also there when you negotiated with us, Because we do get emails from parents saying, you know, my child was this and that, and please, if you can give them an opportunity. But when all is said and done, it is this minute that matters the most. It is this time that matters the most. Some of us spend long hours in writing your study material. We marked your work. Sometimes we were saying things that you were not necessarily happy about, but you still persevered and you still continued. Because at the end of it all, it is this day that matters. We are particularly proud that we are sending you out into the world, and we know that you'll brighten even the darkest corner wherever you are. I must say, Unisa students are one of a kind. They are one of a kind because they studied in a mode that no one is familiar with. We start from primary school all the way to high school, knowing that a teacher stands in front of you and teaches you. And then all of a sudden you go to Unisa and we ask you to be on your own. We ask you to be self-reliant. We ask you to do most of the things yourself. That's why I'm saying you are one of a kind. After all, we grew up in homes where we mimicked what other people were doing. We learned from other people. You learned how to cook pap from your grandmother. You learned how to braai from your malume. You learned all these other good and not so good habits from the people around you. But this time around, the learning was on your own. You were at the corner, sitting at the bus stop, trying to figure out what an assignment looks like. You were sitting in the dining room, no one was there, but your partners, your parents brought in a glass of milk, they brought in a cup of tea, they brought in something. Even when you were in tears surrounded by the loved ones. But you still persevered because this minute is what matters the most. When COVID hit our shores in March 2020 and everyone was forced to stay home, and all institutions of higher education and education in general were grappling with teaching at a distance, we had already perfected the skills. As an ODL student, you had already perfected the skills. We moved seamlessly into this world that was known as the new normal. But for us, that new normal was the normal. Even those that questioned our quality came to us for advice. The COVID-19 pandemic provided a unique opportunity for the education sector to start effectively addressing the knowledge economy as it needed. The knowledge economy that is driven by technology. All of a sudden, whether you were ready or not, you were thrown into a technological space and you had to make do with what you have. We are already operating in the digital space, whether we like it or not. That's why, for me, as your lecturer, I'm very proud of taking you out because I've seen you writing examination. I've seen you making do with the apps that look like an owl. I've seen you going through things that, and an owl is something that we really don't look at. But you looked at that owl and you wrote and you passed. So I've seen you competing with an owl. So we have arrived. We have no doubt that the world that you are going to will find you ready. By the way, the world of the future, the world that you'll be operating in, will be the world that is much more flexible than the one we know, that is much more accessible, and that is much more inclusive, thanks to digitalization, because we saw during COVID that virtually all of us could communicate using these things. Without these things, I don't think we would have survived. And it is in this world that we were encouraged to rely on each other. It was in this world that we are encouraged to work collaboratively. If the world, it was during that time when we saw the world encourage scientists to work together, and that's a group of people that never work together in any case. They were forced to work together. They said, if you started here and you have something that can contribute, share it with another scientist. And that scientist shared it with another scientist. If that didn't happen and we're waiting for one person to come up with a cure or to come up with a vaccine, we would all be wearing masks today. It's so good to see people smiling, to see people's face, because we have been wearing masks all our lives. Education, brothers and sisters, it's about sharing what we know with others. If you work with us, you are likely to, if you work together, you are likely to share with the world that we live in. The world that we will be entering into as a new graduate is going to be a digitalized world. Never mind what people are saying. That's where we are going, and we are already there. We have prepared you well for this world. We have put you through all sorts of things for this particular world. We have taught you that you can study anywhere, anytime, and any place. We have also taught you that you can use digital technologies for any type of the knowledge economy that we are engaged in. We have also taught you to engage in gig economy, the developmental economy, and the world that respects nature, the world that lives safe with each other. To operate in this world that I'm talking about, you need the skills that made you survive in this institution where you were one of the 400,000 plus students. Today, after you are kept by our VC, you'll become an alumni of this august university. You'll join Nobel Peace Prize winners who also went through this threshold. You'll join noble men and women, world-renowned scientists, businessmen, human rights activists, peacemakers. I'm not going to mention politicians because I don't think they are here now. Because those people became that, because this university opened doors for them. This university allowed people who were in prison to go through and get the higher education qualifications. It allowed people who never even had a chance in life to be successful. Thank you so much, colleagues. Your resilience has shown that you can be a risk taker, you can persevere, you have tenacity, you are adaptable, you are facing all these things with courage. Today, your family, friends, and teachers are here to witness your response to that nagging inner voice that made you want to study at this university. It therefore gives me immense pleasure to set you out into this world, the world that is digitalized, the world that is open. When you get to that world, just be what that world wants you to become. I know that you'll make a major difference. Well done, and congratulations.
Thank you, Prof. Makwe. Thank you very much, Sabonga Mvulan. Indeed, it has been hard times. Indeed, you have done very well. The worst of times have begotten the best of times. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start with the conferment of the degrees and the diplomas, may I kindly request all of you not to leave the hall. Let us keep this occasion dignified and quiet in honor of the students, now graduates, who shall be going through this process. I almost said an initiation process. It is a graduation process. And shall we kindly switch off or keep on silent mode our friends that sit in the pocket? By virtue of the powers entrusted to me, I shall now proceed to confer the degrees and diplomas of the University of South Africa on the candidates whose names appear in the program. and I request the representatives of the colleges to present the candidates to me. Thank you.
Okay, sorry. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidate received the degree of Master of Education. Arangsa Dedre Barnard. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Ajeyo Bediako received the degree of Master of Education.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Marlene Jason Fortain receives the degree of Master of Commerce.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Donald William Scott received the degree of Master of Arts. The degree was obtained with distinction. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts in the College of Human Sciences. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Melissa Erika Abrams received the degree with distinction. Nadira Abrams. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Lee Zain Ackerman received the degree with distinction. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Diana Rumzani Chibunda received the degree with distinction. Yolanda Diel. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Geraldine Catherine Elish received the degree with distinction. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Charlene Anthea Fortune received a degree with distinction. Kelly Adrienne Jacobs. Yolisa Jakavula. Sianda Jia. Shereen Carol Kotze, Yamkela Mbombo, Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Lee Marie Nolte received a degree with distinction. Arme Polse, Lane Alicia Peterson, Zikona Partena Plaki, Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, and Sika van Veek receives the degree with distinction.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Honours. Fumanekile Makuyekwe. Tamsanga Ngwelo.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Veresia Shanine Snyders received the degree of Honours Bachelor of Education, specializing in psycho-educational support. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Dara Mali Arense receives the degree of Bachelor of Education Honours. No, 19. It's B.Ed. It's B.Ed. Okay. No, I was something to come.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Education. Halika Adonis, degree obtained with distinction. Unati Orosi. Charlene Carla Beaumont. Michaela Shane Beach. Sorry. Crescendo Shanine Bughes. Colinda Bezenhold. Christine Bosch. Chanel Louise Bosman. Marina Botha. Tamsin Martin Karelse. Kristen Kluete, degree obtained with distinction. Laura Helena Conferring. Simone Seister. Janice Alona George. Zahira Hussein, degree obtained with distinction. Kauthar Johnson. Lindell Nadine Johnson. Hey, sorry. Chanel Louise Jones. Portia Uta Joster. Unisa Kamaldeen. Pamela Kaptein Nyat. Melissa Kruger. Kolya Lube. Samantha Tandiwe Mafu. Rafika Begum Mapko. Pumlelwa Veronica Ngwenye. Patricia Muronzi. Uhuru Nomzoli Nokoyo. Logan Tyler Olivier. Dominic Philander. Got it. Jomik Denonik Piri. Degree obtained with distinction. Junet Retif. Carrie Ann Robinson. Miriam Magdalene Rousseau. Stephanie Rowland. Shimon Nicole Rudolph. Zayan Salih. Manel Suerman. Wasima Small. Jacqueline Tracy Smith. Don't forget to smile. Michelle Gerdien Smarts. Lania Nolene Sneyman. Stephanie Swart, degree obtained with distinction. Kayla van Deventer, degree obtained with distinction. Candice van Vuren, degree obtained with distinction. Hendrika Aleta Volschenk. Kristen Julie Farran. Kristen Jade Whitby. Yeah. Ashla Brenda Willemse. Kobisa Promise Zinzo. Hafsa Abels. Lorenzo Jason Adams, degree obtained with distinction. Eugene Arense, degree obtained with distinction. Adam Bays. Ethel Doe, degree obtained with distinction. Andiswa Cynthia Duleni. Lisa Marie Chloe, degree obtained with distinction. Natasha Imrencia Tasneem Hansen. Yvette Lynn Jankis, degree obtained with distinction. Cameron Kayla Kirby. Amaria Lambert, degree obtained with distinction. Judy Lidimo. Jody Lidimo. All right. Zandri Lottering. Zenande Mazwi. Sipokazi Mfed. Sipokazi Pukwan. Lizelle Louise Rose. Dylan Jade Samuels. Nadine Lucretia Swartboy, degree obtained with distinction. Elisma Nicole Thainison. Lamise Felsman. Shireen Nadia Waddle. Juandre Christian Jig. Johan Herter, degree obtained with distinction. Teresa Marman. William Ferdinand Stoneman. Got it.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Administration. Nesizwa Makeba. Enrico Ooshazen. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration. Karima Adams. Natalie Deirdre Africa. Tendai Chirume. Simbarashe Marimo. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Wilmarie Mads. Carlene Veronica Besic. Hilton Daniel Brandt. Sarah Jane Daly. Mildred Danka. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Henry Kreefs received the degree with distinction. Ryan Raymond Green. Zandile Samantha Hene. Jordan King. Pumza Zianda Mgwekani. Leletu Mwalusi. Pumlanis Bonginkosi Mthethwa. Zongezile Mchacheni. Vuyiseka Ntakana. Deborah Junetta Pedi. Carol Spellman. Shelton Stanley. Caralinda van Zyl.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the Bachelor of Accounting Science in the College of Accounting Sciences. Ryan Dwayne Enster. Kurt Jason Armstrong. Vilna Cornier. Leanne Hose. Nathan Johnson. Johannes Ludwigus Lee. Malifu Janet Mufokeng. Tsitsi Nyamushanya. Tatenda George Numbwe. Jolene Christelle Olivier. Alison Bartwater. Renato Foss.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Laws in the College of Law. Kianshu Ayazi, Keisha Lee Beneke, Sydney Denzel Bezendenhout, Kayla Botha, Andre Christopher Brown, Leanne Nancy Bryan, Faith Chitote, Maki Goodman Kushe, Maki. Washiela Davids, Courtney Liam February, Saul Franzman, Tobias Ikowa Etim Ikebu, Fatima Ismail, Cheryl Daphne Koopman, Mbo Dilaina Masipa, Itumeleng Lerato Cheryl Moatudi, Nompemele Lomkanda, Francis Palejo Mokashani, Entle Diani Moyo, Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Awandem Shotana received the degree with distinction. Ungaguti Nazo, Yvonne Nelukalo, Mnobisa Nolutando Anita Skosana, Anga Somgezi, Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Jacqueline Vake Wakeford received the degree with distinction. Kiera Joy Wright. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts in the College of Human Sciences. Of law, actually. Farida Kalisinde. Oculus McDonald. Lorraine Raisin. Shanique Smuts. Anthony Gradwell Vetboy. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Social Work. Fadwa Brown. Nokwanda Nozdolo Daremanakaza. Ntombi Zanele Evelyn Mapukiyingi. Nomzamo Innocentia Nobetsiki. Ivanita Johe Ulf. Estelle Destiny Snayers. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Diane Hendrikse received the degree of Bachelor of Visual Arts. Okay. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Geraldine Grandin received the degree of Bachelor of Information Science. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Alexia Adams received the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Nursing Science. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the Bachelor of Arts. Mandisi Morgan Boy. Andiswa Alia Bombani Sisiwe. Justin Bradley Elliott Denwoody. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Gabeba Kaiden received the degree with distinction. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Michaela Mela also received the degree with distinction. Buiswa Sylvia Nini. Anastasia Megan Orange. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Colette Rose Pontek receives the degree with distinction. Shirley Kamata. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Audrey Anthea Bianchi received the degree with distinction. Emma Mitch Kasper. Quinten Engelbrecht. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Rahima Hussein received the degree with distinction. Brian Clifford Lang. Tamara Maybach.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the diploma candidates will now be introduced to you. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the postgraduate diploma in the College of Accounting Sciences. Tariq Adams. Joanne Bridget. Muhammad Nadeem Crombie. Carl Goldie. Carly Green. Wajida Hendricks. Susan Jinjika. Mnoneli Kalipa. Carlo Nicholas Mentur. Nombisilo Silo Nyembezi. Sasha Lee Owen. Keisha Pillay. Amina Sheikh. Delphine Shukuru Shadrach. Bawan Munyaratsi Sabanda. Robin Ronique Solomons. Charlotte Tandi. Lamisa Tofa. Tola Teyobeka. Bianca Versfeld.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received their postgraduate diploma in the College of Education. Hanifa Higgins, diploma obtained with distinction. Nombulelo Mahingulu, diploma obtained with distinction. Hanel Mithling, diploma obtained with distinction. All these are medals.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received a diploma in the College of Law. Priscilla Karen Gallant. Rabia Jafta. Noluvuyo Makuseni. Nadia Natasha Michaels. Roshana Sambodin.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences. Dikeledi Aida Novella. Nosipato Sigadla. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the National Diploma. Zane Adams. Crystal Barkas. Jean-Ray Cloute. Bogosi Walter Mukopelwa. Simpiwe Mtukwana. Masha Tabela. Kyle Frachom.
Wow. I was practicing this vosho and other things, but I can see you don't want to do it here in Cape Town. I'll come back. A hearty congratulations to you all. It is really a heartwarming event to witness as a lecturer and as a staff member of the University of South Africa. We are very proud of you. But I didn't quite hear the ululations. Really, I'm feeling very deprived. What I'll ask, okay. All right. Okay, again, just wait. Let's do it this way. You have the brown envelope, right? It's got something inside, but not rands. It's got very, very strong cryptocurrency called your certificate. I would like you to take that certificate out, stand up, and wave to the family while they ululate to you. Beautiful. Yes. Yes. Wonderful. It's a beautiful sight. And I'm sure you can see the seal of the University of South Africa on your certificate. It's a genuine seal. It's a genuine certificate. It is not a national certificate. It is an international certificate. Yes. We are, as a university, in some 52 countries. I don't know if we've added a few more. The lawyers will tell me. But we are in over 50 countries on this earth, this world, this planet. Wherever you go, you say the University of South Africa, they know what it stands for. It is that genuine seal. It comes with a lot of sweat, a lot of sacrifice on both ends, on both the university side and your side. It is therefore my honor to actually congratulate you on behalf of the Vice Chancellor of the University of South Africa, Professor Lenkabula, on behalf of the Chancellor, whose cap just touched some of your heads, the Chancellor of the University being Dr. T.M. Mbeki. On behalf of the Council of the University, we are so proud of you. You are what we are, what we call the University of South Africa. You each are the ambassadors of the University of South Africa henceforth. Congratulations. We know how many of you may have had moments where you didn't even comprehend what you were supposed to be learning, to meet those deadlines for assignments, to prepare for exams and look at that owl that Prof. Marco was talking about, to battle with crashes of the laptop. And the candle does not quite do it in the digital phase, but you did it. There may have been times when you may have wanted to give up and just quit completely, or maybe try the following year, but you carried on. At times you carried on due to your own inner inspiration, but at other times, the people around you said, you know what, man, don't give up, just proceed, just try one more time. Some of you may have arrived at Unisa directly from high school, where you were used to being taught by a teacher standing in front of you. But when you got here, you found, wow, it's online, it's distance, there's nobody. Am I going to make it? But you made it. You were so tenacious in your journey. And you actually beat, I don't want to say this, okay, let me say, you actually beat your peers who may have had a constant presence of a teacher. This says to you and me that you are emerging as a better graduate because you have also acquired the skills of self-reliance. You depend on you, which is the best friend you can have around. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the University of South Africa, I wish to encourage you, as graduates of the 21st century, that you are dealing with so much change. You are dealing with the fourth industrial revolution that permeates every profession, every sector of life, not only the IT specialists. That being the case, I want to let you know, this is not the first revolution that we've faced as human beings. You remember the first industrial revolution, the second industrial revolution, even the third, and now we're on the fourth. We don't get deflated by revolutions. We master revolutions, and we move in our professions. This is what you're going to do. I wish to end off by saying that a graduation is actually not the end of the journey. A graduation should in fact be the beginning of an even longer journey. Those of you who have graduated with undergraduate qualifications should actually consider doing postgraduate studies. Those of you who have obtained master's degrees, go ahead, do the doctoral degree. It's just close by. You have mastered everything now. You have mastered now. Just focus on one subject and get your PhD, because master means you know the field. Okay, I'm not teaching. Ladies and gentlemen, we wish to say that the sky is actually not even the limit for you. So I wish to encourage you, as I conclude this congratulatory remark, that now that you have graduated, you have actually become part of the Unisa alumni. You are now part of this illustrious circle of excellence. Your responsibility is to contribute and help define tomorrow. There are many things that you can do to help shape the future in service of humanity. For example, you can become an e-tutor in the University of South Africa. You can continue your lifelong journey in our College of Graduate Studies and produce knowledge and research that will help societies. And lastly, you may donate to the University of South Africa's bursary fund by using the online platform. The website is very known, well known to you, www.unisa.ac.za, and you click donate. This goes to assist those of us who may not have the means to continue with their studies. This is a legitimate university bursary fund that assists our students in order that we all become participants in this circle of excellence. You did well. Congratulations. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, after this announcement, I would like you to rise for the singing of the national anthem, the words of which are to be found on page 14 of the program at the end. You have to kindly remain standing after the national anthem has been sung to enable me to dissolve the congregation. You are also requested to remain standing while the academic procession leaves the hall. Thank you. By virtue of the powers entrusted to me, I dissolve this congregation of the University of South Africa. Good night.